We're here today with Crawford County Sheriff Sandy Horton. Sandy, thanks for stepping into the studio with us.
Thank you.
During our superintendent forum today, you talked a little bit about the COPS grant and school safety and security here. What we're doing or what you're doing in Crawford County, Kansas. Can you elaborate a little bit more and repeat some of the things that you talked about today?
Well, one of the first COPS grants that we received through the efforts of Greenbush and grant writers here was for COPS in schools or school resource officers, and that started in 1999, and we now have 6 school resource officers in Crawford County school districts. Recently, we've received COPS in schools technology grants written out here by Bonnie Hawk here at Greenbush. The nice thing about those grants, they've purchased cameras, and cameras to where dispatch centers can view things that are going on in the schools in case of an emergency. We have trained local law enforcement officers on a continuing basis to respond to crisis in the schools. Prefer, more likely if it's an active shooter scenario type training. So with the deputies and the police officers responding to an active shooter scenario in the school, now dispatchers can look at the cameras in the school and be able to guide us to the direction we need to go to take care of the situation and stop the problem from happening. It's a good administrative tool for the administrators. A lot of thefts have been curtailed because of this. Some fights on campuses have been stopped. Preventive measure, I think you'll find it in most of the schools, all of their crimes, thefts or whatever that are occurring are down significantly. So it's kind of twofold. For administration, it's good, but in law enforcement perspective, it could be a life-saving device for us.
That's great. One question that always comes up when we're dealing with school administrators is obviously the safety of students and staff is paramount during that school day and after during the extracurricular activities and what have you. We get a lot of building principals and even superintendents, anybody that's in an administrative role. It's kind of a common question. Where do I start? What do I need to do to ensure the safety of my students and my staff? So to answer, and that's a big question to answer.
Sure it is.
But if you had to give some advice to a building principal or a superintendent, where do I begin on this?
Well, and this advice would be for school administration and law enforcement administration. The first thing that has to happen is any barriers that are there need to go down. I mean, school superintendents need to give up their schools to the law enforcement administration to know how to respond, where are we going to go, how can we help with the schools. We need to work as a partner, and that's what's happening here. We have a partnership with all of our school administration, and it's a good partnership. As sheriff, I continually want to build on that, and I do, and so the superintendents. We're on first name basis. We're one-on-one. We have constant communications with each other, and there are no barriers. There are in some places; those barriers do exist.
Sure.
Here they don't. The first thing you have to do is eliminate the barriers, and then work together on whether it's going to be a school resource officer or the technology side of it. Not only what can help you as an administrator in a school, but what's going to help law enforcement, because it should be a team effort, and if it is, we're going to help our kids.
It's going to be successful.
Right.
Hey, thanks for sitting down with us.
Thank you, Brad.
Today. Good
Thank
to
you.
See you again.